One of the highlights of Acts chapter 12 is when Peter is miraculously delivered from Herod's prison by an angel. Here's what we see in Acts chapter 12, verses 5 through 7. Peter was therefore kept in prison, but constant prayer was offered to God for him by the church. And when Herod was about to bring him out, that night Peter was sleeping, bound with 2 chains between 2 soldiers, and the guards before the door were keeping the prison. Now behold, an angel of the Lord stood by him, and a light shone in the prison. And he struck Peter on the side and raised him up, saying, "Arise quickly!" And his chains fell off his hands. Here are 3 insights from this passage. Insight number 1, constant prayer matters. James, the brother of John, has already been killed, and now things look bleak for Peter, who is being held in Herod's prison. But the early church is praying constantly, earnestly for Peter, and God answers their prayers powerfully. Prayer matters. It makes a difference. Insight number 2, God can perform miracles. God sends an angel to deliver Peter from prison. This is miraculous. In fact, it's so unlikely that when Peter knocks on the door of the house where many believers are gathered to pray and identifies himself, it takes them a while to realize that Peter is really at the door. God can perform miracles. He can feed 5,000 with a few loaves and fishes. He can calm fierce storms. He can change hard hearts. He can bring wonderful healing. And here, he can miraculously deliver Peter from prison. Insight number 3, God can deliver us from bondage. The angel directs Peter to arise quickly, and then his chains simply fall off. God has already delivered Peter from the bondage of sin through faith in Jesus Christ, and now he's also delivering Peter from the bondage of prison. God is able to deliver anyone from the bondage of sin as faith comes alive, and he's also able to deliver us from other forms of bondage, such as prison chains, a controlling person, huge debt, or a sinful habit. He doesn't always deliver us from difficulties, but he does promise us grace to persevere no matter what. In reflection, regarding constant prayer, is there something you or I are sensing we need to be praying for? If so, are we willing to pray constantly for it? Regarding God and the performing of miracles, do you believe that the same God who delivered Peter from prison is still able to work miraculously today? And then regarding deliverance from bondage, is there some form of bondage that you or I or someone we care about is facing? If so, are we willing to do our part to pray constantly, asking God to remove the chains? Who knows what God might do? May we be people of prayer and people who experience God's hand of deliverance in profound ways. Thanks for listening.